This Road to Prosperity video is sponsored by Vandergraaf, the leader in the design and manufacturing of high-quality, premium efficiency conveyor belt drives. The Grizzly Drive drum motor is built to operate in harsh, dusty, abrasive, and extreme environments where performance and durability matter most.
I thought this would be probably the record-setting show for Ag 1. I think it's going to blow those numbers out of the water that we saw a couple of years ago, and that's a great thing. I think it kind of reflects the health of the industry. People are excited. They're hunting around for things. They're not holding back. We've seen that in the past where things were down or a little dicey for our readers, your customers, and for the most part, if you're in this region, because Ag 1, it's a national show, but kind of the beauty of it moving it around is, we'll get and attract people from the region. Right. So that might get people to your booth that might otherwise not go to ConExpo.
Well, and I think the other thing, too, is I think that we've noticed is everybody knows now you can't just go buy something tomorrow and get it in 2 weeks. So the expectation of the customer, I think, Kevin, has finally got to where, hey, listen, if you've got plans in 2025, you better be talking about it now. And quite honestly, we got a lot of people talking about 26 already. And they're not doing that because it's different. They're doing it because that's the nature of the industry that we're in. And that's really comforting for all of us, because it's great to sit down with somebody and say, hey, look, we're thinking about something fourth quarter of 25. Here's what we're looking at. Do you guys have availability, and is it something you can do? Well, we never did that stuff, Kevin, 4 years ago. That didn't exist in the industry. It really didn't. And this has kind of come from after the COVID years. And I think shows like this kind of amplify that a little bit, because you bring the people in that want to make those conversations.
Yeah, that was kind of a shock 4 or 5 years ago when COVID hit. This industry was really, the way it did business was in a short-term cycle. I guess it was just in time. That whole Amazon effect. We want things now. We don't have to inventory and stock things. Has the greater majority of your customers, have they shifted to this more outward mindset and planning?
Oh, for sure. I think that's happening industry-wide. And it doesn't matter whether you're looking at a new backhoe or a conveyor or a custom structure. It doesn't matter. You're not getting it tomorrow. And you know what? That's okay. I think now everybody's kind of, I guess, what do you call that, Kevin? It's kind of the new norm, right?
Right.
And I think that's okay, because if you can plan a little better, I think you get a little better outcome too. So people are getting exactly what they need. They get the price point they want on equipment, and make sure that they're getting exactly what they want.
Well, the fact that you guys are looking outward at the fourth quarter of 25, maybe even beyond in some cases, I suppose, what does that tell you about the health of the industry, the health of company businesses, and how does that trickle back upward, to TCI and health of your business and other manufacturers for that matter?
Well, I think it's exciting for all of us here attending the show. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a healthy industry. And I think some of the innovation that's being used today is also pushing that. Some of the automation, you hear it, you see it in equipment. I know you see it in even in our manufacturing processes. We're using automation now in different ways. We're doing a better job. Quality's higher. And that's something that we all benefit from. Even all the attendees walking around the show, they're looking at new ways to use technology. And some of it is, I hate to say it, it's as simple as maybe a phone or a drone or software. Or what can I do to automate my business to make it more efficient? And, I can't think of all the times people, hey, we need parts. Do you call your parts guy? Or do you text him a picture of the broken part? And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of your listeners, Kevin, that would prefer a text rather than a phone call.
To the point.
And think about that. That didn't exist 5 or 6 years ago. And I think that's the exciting part of the industry, is that evolution. And boy, are we in another strong surge of evolution in our industry, and that's great.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Prosperity video. Visit Vandergraaf.com to discover the cost-saving and safety benefits of the innovative Grizzly Drive drum motor. Learn how the Grizzly Drive reduces maintenance costs while delivering reliability and longevity for belt conveyors operating in the harshest of environments.